Okay. So this is what the map legend says. Local investigation, endangered citizen, event, merchant, hideout, custom market, and eavesdrop. So we were over here at the docks. And we were also here at the north docks, and this is our first hideout. So, can I, like... Center map on player. Okay. Can I turn off the legend, perhaps? No? Alright. I have a feeling this is going to be a very long game, just because of how I'm playing. Which is fine for me, you know, honestly. Sanitize, I guess, means you cure that area. So, so you know what the health status probably means? Like, for example, this is stable, but if I were to cure him from his fatigue, it might go up to healthy. It might, I said. I'm not 100% sure it might, but it might. Because this one's healthy, this one's doesn't say healthy on it. So, and I need to cure with that. So I can actually go, I'm assuming I can actually go back and forth between districts and do more stuff. Give me B, mother. Interesting. You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me, what a blundering idiot. Yes, you are a blundering idiot. So these are temporary shelters. That makes sense. It's kind of like what would happen, like... You know, this area reminds me of Fallout 3. Remember that hospital in Fallout 3 where you have to see red? Who's this guy?
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before. At the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett's, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
So I can mesmerize him, L2, or a medical checkup with R1.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Huh. Interesting.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Makes sense.
Do you need any medical assistance yourself, Doctor?
Come on, don't be ridiculous, dear colleague.
What's this? Corcoran is convinced that Gwyneth Barring is overqualified as a nurse. Really? Social circles. Gwyneth is overqualified as a nurse according to Corcoran Tippets. What an interesting first name. Corcoran. Oh boy. Corcoran, maybe. I don't know if I'm butchering his name at all. I don't know. Okay.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippets.
We are horrific liars. The hell? Well, we do have a cure for influenza. Become a vampire. Oh, check this eye out.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Really? Let's see.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Okay, so he has the tiny common handle part, which is what I need, I believe. Sell. I know I have one, but do I have anything I don't need? Grease? I have 10 of these? Ferocious Tartray, yeah, so yeah, ferocious, yeah. Can be found in many cheap fortifiers for its invigorating properties. Good God, I'm not a fan of how small the text is when you're looking at it from the other menu. Milton Shotgun. 315, I don't have that much money. Wait, do I have a tiny common handle part? Let's see. Oh, I do. But I'm not entirely sure what I need to level up my weapon. Damn. So I have all these, or just the other one? Let's see. I have the common trigger part, I have the common handle part, but I don't have tiny common handle part. Yeah, I'll buy this. Sure, why not? Okay. Rest to evolve. Oh yes. Unknown. Sean Hampton. Unknown. typical. She wears same attire like a nun or something.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Anyone here? Can I talk?
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Sorry about that.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Soldier, do you need assistance?
I'm fine. Just do something for this pain, will you? That's all I'm asking.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Damn. The pain. It's here again.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Yeah, I'm sure he was.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the dockers' trade union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Oh wait, Clay Cox. We just talked to him a few moments ago.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Huh.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke. Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Huh.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Yeah, right.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Huh. Then why was Swansea's cross so powerful against him?
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
That is very interesting. Find your office on the second floor. Oh, that's what's her face.
And you will kindly apologize when you're feeling better.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Really?
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
That's true.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, You may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
Thoros experiments and blood transfusions have not been successful yet. Okay. Social circles, nothing here.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True, true. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time.
Nice! Our first side quest, this is good.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Ooh. Unknown health status. Harvey is blaming himself for his injury. Makes sense.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
That must be Harvey. Reach the pharmacy.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen.
Hospital full. I already read this outside. Okay. Just goes that. Okay, so this is just looping. I think that's the same guy I was just talking to. Who's this?
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor.
Pippa.
I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Sure is.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
How long have you been a nurse?
Or long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Oh. Milton's reputation is mediocre among his colleagues. Ooh. I got a hint.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned. Milton is not the chatty type.
Yeah, I kind of got a feeling of that already. Hint required, hint required, hint required, okay.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Okay, she said to go upstairs is all the way to the left. So I can go over here and leave this way, I guess. More small bottles. It's probably over there, yeah. Cheap gin and small bottle. I used hacksaw. A new weapon? Oh god. Attack speed 15, stamina 20, okay. It's not a level 2 yet. $15 stamina reduction is less. But the attack speed is higher than this. So maybe if I improve it and lower the stamina consumption, it might be pretty good. T. Elward's medical file. Thomas Elward, male, age 28, followed by Dr. Tippett's. Status: convalescence. Date of admission: September 16th. Date of release to be determined. Notes: the patient's face has been heavily burned and disfigured by a bomb during the war. Even with the use of the strongest sedatives, he affirms to regularly endure severe pain from the wound, as if the flames are still burning burning under the skin. He says, examinations of the what the hell? How do you say this? Cicatrized tissues. Cicatrized tissues. I really don't know how to pronounce that. I never saw that word before. Tissues shows no trace of inflammation, infection, or swelling. Scars are clean. Could it be a case of persisting nerve damage? The patient never ceases to blame himself for his disfiguration. Could it be a case of guilt of the survivor? Phantom pain manifesting as a punishment for not dying with his comrades? Well, it could also be psychological. Thomas feels responsible for his disfigurement or disfiguration during the war. Well, he surely is quite the looker.
It's locked, all right.
It's locked. Not getting through there. It's locked. Oh, I thought I saw a prompt. It was just the lighting. Jonathan's nameplate, Dr. Reed.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
That's right. No coffins for you. What's this? Article of Econs. It's a rare opportunity and almost a privilege to approach a vampire, to observe their most intriguing physical and psychological traits with a scientific and rational eye. Here are some of the most fascinating abilities I've personally observed over the last 10 years while interviewing a few vampires, or Econ as they prefer to call themselves. Econ, whatever. Supernatural speed. A vampire can act and move like a mortal in all of his actions, but the trained eye will spot that they have the keenest senses and can react quicker than any mortal. People are shooting fireworks? Why? Sorry if you're hearing that. Quicker than any mortal. On a few occasions, alarm, surprise, necessity to flee. I have seen a vampire move so quickly, it's almost as if he had vanished just to reappear somewhere else. The human eye cannot follow their movements when they act so quickly, but it's not a teleport or dematerialization. It's only a supernatural speed. For me, it is a cat-like attribute, which allows them to run, dodge, or jump longer, faster than us. I also notice that such speed seems to exhaust them, and that they are bound to physical limitations. Mesmerism. One of the most powerful abilities a vampire can deploy is the capacity to force a mortal to obey them. I call this trait mesmerism, but it has nothing to do with the mortal ability to alter a subject's mental state. A vampire can bend a mortal to their will, and they can even break a mind. A vampire I interviewed even told me that the more a subject tries to resist, the more permanent the damage will be. As if the vampire could literally fracture their target's psyche. The same vampire explained to me that this ability requires time to master, and that the result could vary widely from one subject to another. Implant a false memory, erase a painful one. The possibilities are endless and frightening. Blood awareness. I don't know what he's trying to say over there. I'm trying to read this. I guess I'll read it again later. Blood awareness. This may be the most catastrophic ability of all concerning vampires, since it is the cause of so many tragedies for them and us. Vampires crave for blood. They must use their will to restrain themselves from frenzy, drinking every drop of blood they can see. They need blood to function and to express their full supernatural traits. A famished vampire can be very weak, even if he cannot die of hunger or thirst. This urge, this need for blood, may explain why a vampire is so aroused by it. A vampire confessed to me that the blood could sometimes blind him, since its smell and attractiveness can be so strong. When he focuses, a vampire can almost see blood all around them, inside warm bodies, through walls, or on a supposedly clean weapon, etc. The same vampire even told me they can even see if a mortal has clean blood or is ill. And in some cases, he can even sense diseases, infected clothes, or even items in a room. This is true. Again, I don't know why this does this. I didn't press the button. It's like I'm pressing the right stick, and all of a sudden it does that. If this is true, it could have so many medical applications it almost beggars to believe. Oh, this stupid shit. Who gives a fuck about that moron? That's the guy who was talking? I thought he was talking.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
It needs something, I'll tell you what. What's this? Anything? Oh, shut up, Harvey. No one cares about you. Aluminum powder and shillings. Okay. Where's the, I don't know what that is, but... There we go. Crafting. You first need to analyze the components you found and to unlock new recipes. Click on them to analyze components. Analyze. Analyze. At first sample of William blah, 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 blah. Analyze to view blueprints. Serums. Light regeneration serum. Regenerate 30 health points instantly, then 150 health points over 15 seconds. Treatment for sepsis. So that's it. That's really all I have? So let's see, do I have enough for number 2? No, I need more common handle. Okay, I need more common handle parts, okay. But I need to use machete for the next one, which I don't have. I can do this. Increases the damage. Oh, but you know what? It's a trade-off. See, if I did this, it resets the stamina usage again. Okay, so I won't bother with that. What about this one? Nah. Ooh. I need a common, a good, and I need a remarkable to get the perfect one. Oh my god. That's crazy. What about this one? Do I have enough for level 2? No, I need more tiny handle parts. Shit. But I have a lead stick though, so this is good. Stamina. Uses a lot of stamina. Wow, I didn't know this. Decrease stamina consumption by 10%. Increases stun, so it goes... Okay. Bottle of cheap gin. A half-empty bottle of cheap gin. This item can be recycled. Yeah, let's do that. A spring, a screw, and gin and grease. Nah. I don't have sodium hypochlorite solution, so I can't craft this yet.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
That's right. You can't die, so you have so much time now. Well, you can die, but not by aging. So let's see. Level up. I said I wanted to get, let's see. I want to increase my bite, right? Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Level 5. Cool. And this one, increase your life regeneration when using a bite. And what's this one? Blood. Is this another passive? Yeah. Increase your blood absorption while using a bite. Increase your blood capacity. Body condition. Okay, so increase your blood capacity by 5%. I don't know about that. Science. Ooh, okay. You can now carry 3 serums with you. Increase the number of bullets you can carry. I believe these ones only is 1,000, right? I know, I need 500 for this one. Okay. You know what? I'll hold off because this one's actually pretty cool. There's some cool stuff here. The spring. Cost recovery. Alright, yeah, I'll do that then. I'll confirm. I can see this is gonna be a long game and really
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Ah! Rest to resolve. I have enough, but... Alright, I'm coming, you fuck. What do you want?
Yes,
I was
Master?
checking off,
How
damn
can
it.
I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Enter the old morgue. Reach the pharmacy. So what I'll do is I'll probably go to... I'll go to the missing ingredients, and then I'll go to the night shift, and then we'll continue. Alright, so I have to go down. Wait a minute. Where's the, that's the hideout, that's the merchant. This is the night shift. Missing ingredient. Wait, what? I have to go back to the docks? Alright, so you know what? I'll do the main quest first. Then I'll do this after that.
It's locked.
But isn't this where I need to go in? Let's see. There has to be another place. There's gotta be another door. I guess this is where I need to enter? Oh, I see.
Skal voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
In the garden? Oh, okay. Rogue Skal. Level 6. Okay, so he's... I mean, he might be tough, but I think we can take him. There's 2, actually. Oh. Oh boy! Oh god! Oh my god, get up! No, 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 no! Our first death! Yay! I guess I reload. You've been defeated. We are no longer part of the circle of life and death. We are undead, my friend, and so we are outcasts. You have been defeated. Well, I kind of figured I was gonna get my ass beat though, just because. Now wait a minute. Let me try using a handgun though. I might be able to kill one of them with a handgun. Because I remember one of them was weaker to or maybe not. Now I'm thinking about it. I think one of them was more resistant to bullets. Holy shit. Why is it taking so long to fucking load? Damn, the loading times are terrible. I spawned back here? Really? Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. What are the health? Quarantine, contagious disease. One shall enter or leave quarantine area without written of the local health authority. Authorized employee shall have to destroy or remove this car. Violating the regulation will be fined. Yeah, okay, whatever. Nice! I'm choosing them out! Ah! Watery blood sample. Watery sturdy blood sample. There was an old one here, right? Oh, I see. It's like parrying. Photography in his wallet. A photography of a photography? Who fucker? photographic. Like seriously, who did this? This is terrible. I'm just gonna say this: a photograph of a smiling and loving couple with a few words written in the back. Milton and Pippa forever. Oh shit! So Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are in. So Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item. Those two have hidden their affections well. Oh shit! Local investigations. Citizen investigations are displayed here, categorized by districts. You can start a new citizen quest by tracking it with square, then accessing it on your map to locate the area to explore. Press X. Okay.
So, Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item. Those two have hidden their affections well.
Interesting. So they're vampires too. Dun dun dun. Alright, let's go through here. So I'm actually learning as I play. It's clear that when they do that slow stance, that they're gonna parry. So let's see what's through here. I'm assuming when looking for a citizen, don't forget your vampiric senses, of course. I'm assuming in here, since this is a quarantine, there might be more afflictions here, or undead vampires. Which means that was a test, or that was a, what's the word I'm looking for? A test or taste of what vampire fights is all about, because we up until this point we haven't really fought vampires yet. We fought other creatures or other humans trying to kill us. Ah, you heard that? Impressive. Last file. Blood. Downstairs, it looks like. So this is the morgue, huh? $7 meters. This looks like it's upstairs. That's the... So this must be the front... this must be the main entrance. Because this looks like... This looks like the reception desk, kind of. Yeah, it is. Look, see, because... Because that's where I came in from. Well, that's where I came in from, yeah. Find useful medicinal items in the old morgue. Find ferocious tartrate, quinine, and sodium hypochlorite. More glass files. Okay. It's locked. Downstairs, upstairs, upstairs. So there's really nothing in here, it looks like. But there is this. More coins. Ah, there we go.
Balls of Mars. Fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Unlike in Thief, which is a playthrough I've yet to upload, which I'll be doing that really soon, you know, I can actually crouch in that game. Yep, he's doing it again, look. Damn it. No, 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 get off, no.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. It must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
I got more tartrate from that guy. Interesting. Coining and glass vials. Cigarette case. Okay. Looks like there's more downstairs. But there's another thing in there. Bullets. I got more bullets. Since I just used the bullets I had. And shotgun shells. So this guy was a... he was some military guy. FC2? Oh. Locked.
It's locked, all right.
It's locked. Harry Potter. I'm sorry, I don't know why I just thought that. The way he's speaking reminds me of someone from Harry Potter. Bottle of alcohol.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
The question is that where you really want to go? Hey, where's your vampiric night senses? Come on, man. You're supposed to be able to see in the dark. What is this? What type of vampire are you, damn it? Oh. There we go. Where did he come from? Upstairs, maybe?
I cannot enter.
Is there anything upstairs? Another body. Another military officer, it might look like. Watery rich blood sample. Ugh. Okay. Another vampire. This one's different. He teleports. What is this guy? You see, I find it interesting that that guy completely disappears. Like, he just completely teleports out of the way, but while our powers aren't like that yet. He went down there. Someone is leading me down further. What the fuck is up with this place?
These Skals feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
So what are they after then? Bullets? If they're not after blood, then maybe they're after flesh. Maybe they're eating the flesh to as sustenance. What the fuck was that? Something fell down. Whoa. It's supposed to be the elevator? I do admit this has a creepy feel to it. Really has a creepy feel to it. I'm starting to get used to the game. Another rogue, huh? There's two in here. There we go. I got more. So I'm starting to stun, bite, get some blood back, and I start using my abilities because that takes out an insane chunk of does an insane chunk of damage to these guys, which makes sense. I shouldn't just. There's no reason to rely solely on my melee weapon. I'm a vampire, for Christ's sakes. I don't see any enemies this way. Come on. Whoops. Quinine. Get. Shillings. Such a weird name. I mean, I know Kurt Schilling is an actual person, but before an actual item, it just seems weird to call him that. Okay, that's what this guy is over there. Is there a boss coming up? Oh man, that would suck. Oh. Death report. Office of Pembroke Hospital medical examiner. Report of investigation. Descendant Samuel Connor. Race Caucasoid. Caucasoid. What the hell? Sex male. Age 39. Home address unknown. Occupation fisherman. Type of death natural. Probable cause of death: fast progressing pneumonia by virus-induced pulmonary consolidation. I think that's how you say it. Spanish influenza, pretty much. Examination attendees: Dr. Corcoran Tippett, Nurse Gwyneth Barangan, Barangan, or Baranagan, I guess. I don't know how you say her name. Name and signature of medical examiner Dr. Corcoran Tippett, of course.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
Damaged legs and arms.
Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman.
Well, he was a sailor, or a fisherman, rather.
Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps?
Maybe they accidentally killed him.
The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened.
Operated lungs.
A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful.
Chest hemorrhaging, huh?
Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then, he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
Ah, Tippett was the guy who wanted those materials. The harder they fall, updated. Locked.
It's locked, all right.
Use listed knife. What's this? Blood absorbed. You just acquired a new type of offhand weapon. Equip it and press triangle to directly absorb blood. Okay. Interesting. So you absorb blood. Oh, I see. It's a scalpel. It's pretty much what it is. Yeah, it's a scalpel. This one's allows me to stun enemies, so I can actually bite them. But the stamina consumption is it's a huge risk. This bleeds enemies. It also absorbs blood.
It's locked.
It's locked. Not bad. So it kind of bleeds the victim, I guess. something here. Seems like I still need to go out further this way, but that guy's still over there. So this is showing me doors. So I actually came from here, but now it's telling me to keep moving forward. Oh boy. Wait a minute. Why was he trying to close through this way? That guy's an idiot. He could have kept going this way. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's passed through here.